You want to create stylized grass with wind in Blender? Start with a plane and go to the Shadings tab. Create a new material and change the color to a green of your liking. Reduce the specular to 0. Connect a Musgrave texture to the normal slot. Change the scale to around 15, details to 10, and the dimension to 0.4. This can be different for your scene depending on how big everything is. To have more variation going on, add a mix shader node. Duplicate the texture and add it to the second slot. Change this color to another green, and to see the effect, just use a different scale size. Now we have a lovely floor texture. Back in the Layout tab, select the plane and add a particle system. Change it to hair and reduce the length. Now go to the render settings and under curve, change the shape from strand to strip. This will give the grass the stylized look. Back in the particle settings, go to children and select interpolated. Up the amount and make sure you have the same value for the render amount. Activate the advanced setting and under physics, change the Brownian value a tiny bit to get some variation. To animate the grass, add a turbulence force field. If you move it around, the grass moves with it. Reduce the strength and play with the size if you need to. Now go to frame 1 and press I on the keyboard to set a location keyframe for the turbulence force field. Go to a later frame and move the force field along the X-axis forward. Now press I again and add another location keyframe. If you press play now, you can see the grass moving. Select both keyframes, right-click, and select under interpolation mode, linear. This makes it move always at the same speed. To have more control over the speed and have it infinitely going on, go to the graph editor. Select the object's X location, right-click, and under extrapolation mode, choose linear extrapolation. Now the animation will continue forever. All you have to do now to change the speed is moving the keyframes closer together to speed it up or move them further apart to slow it down. It doesn't matter if you are in Cycles or in EVEE, it will work for both. Cycles will always look a bit more realistic. I would suggest, for the more stylized look, to use EVEE. I hope you have learned something today, and I see you in the next tutorial. Happy creating!